Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG, located on the north spawn of Cliff. It's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and he's got the improved rammer, improved vents, and the improved gun lane drive, as well as vents purge on this Arty. Off we go! Well, it's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it, so he's bottom tier, and it looks like he's got an Object 261 for company. So let's see how he gets on. Gently does it. Yep, nicely done. Now I do agree with this position actually. It's a very good first position to go to, because you're out of the normal position that you'd expect to go to on this map. He's aiming for the road leading up to the top of the hill, but I think he's just noticed his one enemy tank, a CS63, has popped up on the donut. In fact, he decided not to shoot there. I think his teammate in the Object 261 couldn't resist a shot at that CS63, but in fact he's made the right decision, because look, there's the guy, and he does get some damage, only a limited amount, 39 hit points. Now of course this is the Arty that was made from the M47. They take them off the production line and convert them into the M53, M55. Now he's lined up nicely on the CS63, but I think he wants to go for the 121. Wait for it. That guy pulls back, so he decides to CS63, gets a direct hit for 388, good shot. Now these shells are capable of doing 900 alpha, and they will penetrate 52mm of armor with a 10.5 meters burst radius, between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. He's almost ready to shoot again. He's got a very fast reload, 40.27 by the book, but he's got a reload of 32.09. He's loaded, rounds out straight away, hits the engine deck of the CS63, 417 hit points. No stun assist so far, but he is getting real damage on these guys. Sharp Future 4 goes down to the T100 LT. We've got somebody covering that corner, the Vickers 3. He'll stop those tanks from trying to move forward to spot where we are, but they obviously can feel us because our shells are landing near them. Can't see them at the moment because the Vickers didn't poke round, but rounds out. Direct hit, 348. I think that hit the turret this time. That 121 is looking a one-shot now. And the CS63, well, he's not much better because he's only got 63 hit points. Was it 69 hit points? Okay, now he can hit this one. Guy popped up just for a brief moment. He's decided to go for the CS63, and he gets the splash kill. You can see he's repositioning after each shot, moving forwards and backwards on the same line. And there goes the 121. Now the enemy does have a tank on this corner, a contender, and he's marked the target for teammates, saying I'm going to attack that one next. Always a good idea to do that because it tells your teammates where you're going to go. Nice direct hit for 318. Steady earning on the damage, 1,373 already. That's the enemy tank up on top of the hill, a K91, that's the medium tank, not the tank destroyer. That was unfortunate. We just lost our Object 432 to this TL7. We're almost loaded. Rounds out. No, got the rock base instead. Well, we can see where one of the enemy Arty is, because it's the M53 and 55. He's up near the cliff edge or on the east side of their cap area. But we think that the enemy Arty is in that corner somewhere. We just saw Tracer coming out from there. And we're now going to go after the hash bomb, the FB4005, because of course they have very thin turrets. Rounds up. Direct hit and the penetration shot. 895, it's a low roll, but the guy did go down the next hit, so... Oh! And that Arty round was aimed at our 261, who's behind us. So it looks like the enemy Arty, in grid square K1, because it came straight at us, is obviously firing at our object 261, doesn't know where we are. There's a Conway, rounds out, lands on this side of the rock, so he only got a small amount of splash, but he did get stun assist because somebody else took a shot and took the Conway out. It was a Leopard 1. They're down to just 5 tanks now, the enemy team. This is looking like a solid win. Talon spotted the K91's gone low because one of our tanks is up on top of the hill, the TVP T5051. He's lined up a shot. Rounds out. Well, we did get a hit on the K91, but sadly, the enemy Object 261 just took out our TVP. Because he went still just for a moment to see if he could get a shot at the K91 and gave an easy shot to the enemy Arty. There's only 2 enemy left now. They've got a K91 and the Object 261. We know the K91 up the hill, and 2 of our tanks are going after him. So we've only got the Object 261. Oh, and I saw a Tracer coming out from that corner. So somebody is there. We're changing position as well to get a better angle on that corner. It does look like the enemy Arty is sitting in that corner. Okay. Somewhere in that little corner there. There he is. Yep. And he's dead before we can shoot. And that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for talon1958 in the M53 M55. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. And he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else in his team. His win rate was 3,169, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at his team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the K91. The guy was up the hill. The enemy tank got a high caliber and 5,123. Second highest damage was the Leopard 1, who managed 4,364. And third is the Vickers with 3,796. We can see that Talon got 2,924, which actually places him in 4th place. When it came to kills, we can see top scorers were the Leopard 1 and C100 LT, 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the Vickers 1, the E100, and the K91 on the enemy team. And in joint third, we've got Talon with just the 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, he's in 4th place because the T100 LT came first, the Leopard 1, the Vickers 3, and then we've got Talon, all of them under 1,000. Talon only fired 11 rounds in the entire game, but he got 6 direct hits and 1 penetrating shot out of it. 10 enemy vehicles were splashed as well. 2,924 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, so there's the Confederate. But he only got 423 assists out of 10 stuns, and so that's why he didn't get more than the second class. On a premium count, he actually made 97,875 credits profit, but that included an 80,000 mission completion bonus, and he got 2,430 experience points out of it as well. So how does that figure in this week's contest between Talon and Angelina75? Well, we already have a result from Angelina a few days ago. Angelina managed to get a second class and a bruiser, but unfortunately that means that Talon's second class bruiser and Confederate beats her. So he's in the lead now and got a better score. But he did send in another replay, and we can have a look at that battle right away. Here's the second replay, and in this battle, Talon's on the defending team on an assault game. He's got the improved rammer, the improved gun lane drive, and he's got the innovative drive system. I think that's the innovative turbo. Plus he's got the steady hand, which improves his dialing in on rotation. Game on. Oh, I can see he's going for the early shot on anyone who decides to come up the city side. Let's see, or the town side, on this side of the map. Just waiting for the enemy to appear. Have a quick look. Okay, there is an enemy tank coming. There's 703 too, but we've got a T29 behind, and he's chosen to stop behind the building. Bounce out. Direct hit right on his turret. That cost him 149 hit points. Okay, this is interesting. There's an IKV-65 too there now. And the thing about that tank destroyer, which is a tier 6 tank destroyer, is that it has very thin armor, which means that he might be able to get a nice shot that could do some serious damage to that guy. We also saw the T29 moving in the shot directly on the turret, right on the side. There's the 703 too, hiding behind the tower. But that IKV is just sticking his nose out. Oh, he gets a direct hit. 276. Now this 15 centimeter howitzer is actually capable of doing 600 alpha and 39 millimeters of pen, and with 7.2 meters of the burst radius. We just saw an enemy tank. I think that was a Ferdinand. Or was it something else? Right up on top of the hill. So there is an enemy tank on the other side of the hill. They fired one in just to try and keep them at bay. I can understand why Talon's actually chosen to have the innovative drive system, or the turbo, and that's mainly down to the fact that the actual Panther in the game, the tier 7 version of the tank, actually does have a turbo, but they don't give a turbo to the GW Panther, and that slows it down dramatically. This thing is very sluggish compared to its tier 7 cousin. Okay, enemy tank coming up front, and it's the T29 again. Bounce out. Another direct hit, this time 275. Oh, and we're getting stun assist off this one. And he's out the game. And it appears to be an M48 Ram Panther, and he has taken a lot of damage already. And that appeared to be a direct hit, but not on the Ram Panzer, because he would have gone out the game. So I think there's two enemy tanks on the reverse side of that hill, and we hit the other one because there was no explosion from that shell. We've got a meal up there, which of course is the teddy bear version of the Barask. Looks like he's trying to line up another shot. Between the trees, there we go. Lines it up. Works out where he crosses the line. Oh, direct hit! He got that perfect. Now, it's only a 10-minute game, and we're coming up to the 5-minute mark. The enemy are not particularly close. BZ58 just got tracked. He's burned his repair kit to get on the move, and he gets struck again for 171. Oh, we picked up more stun assist. Well, that was very nice of them. So he picked up even more stun assist. And you can see where the shell landed on the side of the turret. Okay, we've got a super Hellcat right at the back. So can we get a shot in there? Oh, unfortunately hit the gravel in front. I think RNG just said, no, I'm not going to give you that one. He's frantically searching for another target. There's the 703-2. Well, that was a bit of a snapshot, but it did work because he got stunned. Unfortunately, our M12 just got hit by their Arty. They've got a GW Panther and an M12, just like us. And there goes! Oh, that was their M12 just dying, and we hit the wreck. That's interesting. It was the Scorpion Arty, the little tank destroyer, the tier 7 tank destroyer that got the kill on that M12. And 2 enemy tanks go down, and now we're 5 above them. And they've only got 3.5 minutes to go. Of course, that might give some of our team the temptation to go charging into the enemy area of the map to try and get a few more hit points. We've got to remember, it's all about the cap at this end. And that landed right next door to the Vasotto, the Dash Hound. Now, have you noticed something on the mini-map? I think Talon has. We've got no tanks supporting us on this side of the map. The only one that's on this side of the bank is actually Emil, and now the ISU 122-2, and they're down in the city. There's nobody behind us stopping the enemy tank, which I think is the G-Saw, up on top of the hill. And they've just lost their Vasotto, so now we need to frantically move, and the M12 should do the same. Actually, he needs to relocate, because if he stays where he is and the G-Saw turns up on this doorstep, then he's going to be a whole world of trouble. He took an artillery hit from the M12, I think it was, so he is partially damaged, but he really does need to make a move. 2 minutes. This is always a smart move, staying with your teammates, supporting them at close range. Can often be done on the Karelia map if you go down the South Passage. If you stay just a short distance behind your tanks, they can then spot for the enemy and take the enemy's attention. Meanwhile, you're actually spending your time shooting at them over the top of your teammates. Well, we found the G-Saw. He was actually down in the south. And remember, this is the auto-loaded one. And he's trying to kill the ISU 122-2. Rounds out. Yes!
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
He gets the last kill of the game. Well, that was a very satisfying kill right at the end of the game, but it actually means that he's got a second-class tanker, a bruiser medal, but no Confederate. Yes, unfortunately, that kill right at the end of the game took away his Confederate. Yes, his win rate was 2,080, but it would have been a little bit higher, I think, if he'd stunned the G-Saw and then the ISU 122-2 had actually killed the G-Saw, who I think was out of shells. I think he was reloading because he didn't try to shoot within the 4 seconds before it intra-clip reloaded. So I think he was out of shells. He couldn't fire anymore. But if we'd stunned him, just stunned him, I think we would have got a Confederate out of that game. Anyway, let's have a look at team scores and we'll see where it was. Well, we can see we didn't get the highest damage. That went to the 7032, 122 on the enemy team. He got 3,258 hit points and picked up the high caliber. Second highest was the G-Saw 1008. Yes, he got 3,055 hit points of damage, and of course was the last kill. And on our side of the map, we can see that Talon got 1,445 hit points of damage. Now that means he was beaten by he beat all but 2 on the enemy team, rather. And he was in 5th place on his own team, which means that he's actually in 7th place overall. So, yes, 4 above, 2 there, yes, 6, 7th place. When it came to kills, though, top scorer was the Meal and the G-Saw. Both had 4 kills each. 3 kills went to the Achilles on our team and the 7032 on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to the Scorpion, Scorpion G, and Talon in 3rd place. So he did get a placing there. When it came to base XP, he's in 3rd because the top scorers were the Meal and Scorpion, both getting over 1,000 base, and Talon picked up the 3rd spot with 803. 14 shots fired, much more shots fired in this game, but he does have a quicker reload, which is why he does get so many. 5 direct hits, none of them penetrated, but he did get 12 splash. 1,445 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 7, killed 2. So yes, he would have had a Confederate if only he put the shell slightly to one side, not directly on the target, but just slightly to one side to stun him and hold him in place whilst the ISU kills him. 1,074 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. On a premium account, he actually made a profit of 19,329 credits. And he got 4,819 experience points out of that one, including a mission completion bonus of 2,410. So did this improve his position? Well, I'm afraid not, because in the previous game, he got a 2nd class bruiser and Confederate. And in this game, only a 2nd class and a bruiser. So no improvement, but he has set a good target for Angelina to beat. And we'll have to wait and see if she sends another replay before tomorrow morning. Because, of course, it is tomorrow morning when the morning lie-in occurs. And normally, I think they decide between them which one's actually staying in bed, the other one getting up to look after their boy Remy. And we have seen some pictures of him watching our videos on YouTube. Yes, the little boy gets up, switches on the PC. He now knows how to log in and do that. And he watches the games. And he's... Talon did say that he can hear my voice around the house because he's watching the videos and sometimes watching mum and dad's videos. I hope he enjoys them. If you did enjoy that video, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.